YouTube! Hey, what's up? How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. YouTube, this is post me playing Sneak King. Chat got a level 6 during that, and I said, hey, I'll let you guys play like one round of King of the Castle if we get a level 6 today, because I really didn't expect anything during Sneak King. But they got a level 6, so...
Wake up with the king.
There's some king alerts on.
Who made you king?
Still.
I didn't vote for you.
You don't vote for a king. That's a birthright sort of situation. Honestly, it's a right place, right time. If you want to be a king, that's all you gotta do. Just go to the right place, right time. Anyway, YouTube, being that this is post Sneak King at the castle, I'm not doing 50 jumping jacks if I lose. I'm gonna try and do a flourish dance from Sneak King. I don't know if I can really do that super well, but we'll see. I also I'm not gonna do jumping jacks today. I owe a lot still. My legs are still like really tired from my vacation last week. I walked like something around, I think it totaled like 20 something miles throughout the entirety of it. I don't know. It was several 100,000 steps. We had it. I just don't know anymore. But throughout the total of it, it was a lot of walking. So my legs are a bit tired, and I don't want to be doing jumping jacks and then suddenly my legs just say, well, you can't go turn it off. You can't go turn the stream off. Sorry about that. Anyway, we're not going to do that today. I will count all the subs, though. If we get give subs during King of the Castle, I'll put them in our thing to add for more later. I'm going to try and do it next week, hopefully. Hopefully we'll do some more King of the Castle then. Anyway, YouTube, I'm going to pause you as I let everyone get in. But if you never watched King of the Castle, basically it's like a choose your own adventure, but chat is adventuring. This is like, I think, the 6th one of these we've done on here. So I don't know if they're super popular YouTube uploads, but they're really fun. So that's the time that YouTube, you should stop by and be a part of the stream. If you're wanting to do that's a good time to do it. Anyway, YouTube, I'm going to pause you. But if you've been enjoying the content, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I should turn on the stream to only be by the 9th. Great God, it's here. That's... Abigail, you've made a fair point. We'll do that. We'll do that. I'll give it for everybody when we start. Anyway, YouTube, I'm gonna pause you. We'll see you in just a sec, okay? Love you. YouTube, you're back. You are back. I gave chat like a little bit of time. I think we got like we got about 150 or so people in here. We got this. We made our dynasty. We're starting a new one. We have the Grandees, the Patricians, and the Barons, and we're the Burger Empire. I am King Matt, the Sneak King. And that's that. Oh, man. All my stuff's all messed up. Number 1 on the list is throwing the King in the river. That's not true. That's not true. Let's see. Path to victory. Your Majesty. That's me. When you die, how will you hope the kingdom will remember you? Let's see. Trade is pretty up there. Trade's not too bad. Of course, I always say that, and then, like... Honestly, trade or faith seem pretty well. Seem pretty good. Military doesn't seem like it's a good idea. It's hard to say. Let's go for a new golden age. I want to be the traveler. A lofty goal indeed. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall trade as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. I'm never getting an heir. I think I've gotten an heir like one time, and it was not through traditional means. Get introduced to the council. YouTube, if you are just joining, you've never seen a King of the Castle, we're just kind of getting in. We're starting everything up, so the first couple of things are pretty innocuous, and then after that, it kicks off. So, now that you're the king, your first duty is to meet with the city of nobles. The noble hail from all across the kingdom, the wealthy coast, the scorching south, and of course, the bleak march. Why bleak? Alright, let's introduce us as patricians. Noble patrician Atomic Tapioca. A pleasure, Your Serene Highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow healthy under your reign. Thanks, Atomic Tapioca. I appreciate that. Hell yeah, I'm gonna do great. Grandy Scully, may the ninth bless your reign, Your Highness. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. All right, and Baron Vito Makarov, hail, well met, Your Majesty. Under your leadership, we'll whip the kingdom into shape. Okay, introductions are done. We've met people. The council hail immediately, or council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. What happened to Pops? Oh well. I don't know if you guys are doing this. If you are changing your name color in chat so you represent your team, that is always cool. I do like that. All right, Coronation. I've scheduled a coronation to take place in a week's time. Should I be given some orders, or... Of course, Your Majesty, but to delay any longer would make the nobles restless, and the nobles get restless, they take out daggers, and... They're assholes. Okay. Alright, what do I gotta do? As a tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Alright, let's get this over with. Shall we call the nobles in? Alright, so the way this works, if you've never done this, is you guys get to vote on what you want to see happen. I have one of 3 different laws I can pass to affect it a little bit. So, for example, when you say you want to throw the king in the river, I can veto it. I could veto it right now. So you can't throw the king into the river. I can stop that. I always can stop that. You need to remember, I control you. I'm the king. No, I'm not gonna do that though. I wouldn't do that. You guys, honestly, there's a lot you could do that's a lot worse than throw me in the river. So, how about it? Chat votes now. You veto my veto? Why veto your veto? Veto. What now? This is like the not so fast cards. So you're like, not so fast. Not so, and you just, it's back and forth for hours. All right, chat, get to voting. Anyone who votes for not in the river, they get VIP. I unfortunately have no way of knowing who voted for not in the river, so I can't do that. But now you tell me. Oracle, thanks for the gift sub for River. Chat. It's true. I actually kind of could, Dedo. You're right. I'm not doing that. That was a joke. All right. I don't think there's even a point in waiting. Let's go. 106 voted to throw me in the river. That's great. It is decided the king will be thrown into the river. Let me get changed out of my nice robes. The nobles pick you up and carry you to the Treadwater River, hurling you into the shallow water with a cheer. When you climb back to the bank, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places the crown upon your head. Is it your imagination or are some of the nobles' stifling giggles? Oracle, thanks for the gifts for wet buns. That is what I'm working with today, hon. That is what I'm working with. All right. Chat. One day, when we have, like, 10k subs for over a year, I think what I'm going to do, if we play this, I will actually try and have me get not thrown in a river, but, like, I just go back there or something and dump water on myself. I don't know. I could get really in character for this. Anyway, that's the end of our first season. It's ooh, Hot Tub King's not a bad idea. Could I play this? I could play this in the hot tub. Hot Tub King of the Castle is one of the funniest things, I think. That's great. All right. Arseta of the Onigiri, Onigiri last fan lineage. Powerful former priestess stands bathed in sunshine, ranting in a fury. False pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. You must not allow this to go unanswered. Was that ranting in a fury? I'm not really sure. All right, so this is just for the grandees. This is just for the grandees, okay? Grandees, you're voting on what you want your specific thing to be. So you need to let us know. You want subterfuge to lower stability, doppelganger to lower own defiance, or intimidation. You have to raise your stability. Now, this is just the first one, I guess, so this will change throughout the course of it, but this is just for the grandees. So if you're not a grandee, no reason to vote. I guess you could, it just won't go through. You know, this is only for grandees. This game is truly awesome, though, with its interaction. There was another game. I need to respond to their email. They sent me an email about, because I love anything that has you guys interact with me. I think it's great. Like, I think crowd control is awesome. I know this is incredible. I know we also, I really like Tavern Manager Simulator, because like you guys could join the tavern, and also it was cool when you guys did bits. It actually gave me money in game. I thought that was neat. Hang on. Let me see what this is. It was, I know there was something that was like, you guys would be pretty heavily involved, as I saw. I think mathematically, if I'm understanding how many grandees are in here, that is all we need. Okay. It couldn't be bested. Boo-doo. All right. You're going for lowering your own defiance. I have to make you guys defiant then. The grandees plan to swap the real king for a perfect doppelganger. First, they must gain the trust of the spy master. To advance their scheme, the grandees must keep their defiance at 4 or less in 4 Oh, that's going to be easy for you guys. We'll see. The barons! Baldric of the Lillian Yanka bloodline. Sinister Marcher Hunter stands before a blazing hearth, shouting and swearing. Fuck! I can't believe this shit! When are the barons of the march back down from a fight? Fucking never! Oh, I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, the goddamn rightful king, on the throne! You pieces of shit! Okay, man, I don't know why he was swearing so much. That's crazy he would do that, but there you go. Now, did I do it? Did I get it? Was that good? I think I did great for the character, though. I'm feeling good. Christina, what do you mean? What do you mean? All right, barons. Vote on up. Let me see what this thing is. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I know they sent me another email, and I was really excited to check it out. The unfortunate thing is I get a lot of emails, and I need to try and figure out. Medieval Management Sim. I don't think that was it. They might have sent me 2, but they sent it before I went on my trip, so. Crap. This might be one of the rare times that someone sent me 2 emails to make sure I got one, and it actually made it harder for me to find because I had looked at it originally. Oh, I swear I heard something. Alright, I think that is probably correct, too. I don't think there's any way that you guys can... Okay, that wasn't it. Okay, I'll find it later. Alright, the barons have chosen their focus. Let's see. Guy Fawkes-ass plot. It really was. Okay, the gunpowder, treason, and plot for the barons. The Republic of Kurth has the substance called gunpowder. With enough of that, the barons could take over the kingdom by blowing it up. Of course, a sensible king would never allow the one region to hoard such a thing. To do so in secrecy, the barons must ensure that the trading partners don't fear the king's wrath. To advance the scheme, the barons must lower authority to 4 or less in 2 seasons. The first one's super easy. Yeah, you guys started already winning. There are 2 teams that have already started winning. Well, Nyx of the Lemon Kalache family. Sinister Navy and Admiral scribbles in the wall. Use quill on a hardwood desk, muttering in frustration. There it is. Okay, all right, yeah, I'm ready. Fellow patricians of the coast. Swear to God, my claim to the throne is by far more legitimate than King Matt, the Snake King. Something must be done about this shit. All right. Let's see what the patricians will be doing. Well, Sass, that were writing, I don't know. They're just scribbling. It just said scribbling. It didn't say anything about that. The royal pencil. All right, what do the patricians want to do? Again, this is just for the patricians. All right, I'll keep looking to see if I can find that thing, but I don't think I can. It did seem really cool. I know Tainted Grail reached out to me, and I'm pretty excited for that. That's like, it's kind of looking like a pretty interesting game. Is there a way for me to see mail I've looked at? Probably not. Unless I marked it as red. Ooh, there is some cool stuff that I've seen here and there. We'll have to look into it. Oh, that's a good email to see, but it's not what I need to... I actually don't know if I can show you. I'm looking at... while you guys are voting on this, I'm looking at pictures of the plushie. And they're not finalized pictures, but they do look pretty cool. They're almost finalized. I don't think I can show it to you yet. No, it's actually not a new update game. You've seen it, but that's different. Unless they sent me one and I just didn't know about it. Hopefully we can get them for the Uncapped Subathon. I'd like to be able to say if anyone orders one during that can add to it. Sass, I would assume they did. Well, the vote's out of time, but you can still add to it. It's not a like... I control when it moves forward with this one. I also don't think it matters. You guys were pretty locked in on that one, so... Alright. Let's go. The patricians. Patricians, you gotta pay attention to those lower votes. Those lower votes. You're going for lowering authority. That's interesting because now you're siding with the barons here. And the barons will do it before you. You've given the barons an up by agreeing with it. I don't know. You guys might have made a mistake here. Because I guarantee you those barons will stab you in the back the first chance they get. All right. Let's see. What law do I want? +1 stability. More than 50% of nobles vote for any one option. Reverse voting allows me to sow chaos because you guys, no matter how many times I say reverse voting is on, you guys don't remember that it's on. And you always complain about it, even though I've been upfront about it. I say it like 18 times. I'm like, Reverse voting is on. Sound the alarm. Wee woo, wee woo. And anyway, I'm going to use reverse voting. That's mine. I make the choice. If you don't like it, pay attention. You know? I will wee woo the reverse voting though. Okay. Let's pick my honor guard. One evening, you're sitting in bed, reading some paperwork. Then a filth-encrusted peasant wanders into the bedchamber, as bold as brass. Hello, you Madge. Glad I finally found you. This bloody place is a maze. Mind if I take a seat? Who are you, Bill? Who are you? Oh, me? Name's Quacking Tony. Quack. Hey, you Madge. Pleased to meet you. Listen, I got a bloody great idea for you. What if we tied a bunch of birds to a knight? I reckon then he could fly some aerial troops and then totally dominate the battlefield. I've heard about this before, and it did not go great. It didn't go great last time. Before Quacking Tony could explain further, your marshal burst into the bedchamber, sword drawn. Your Majesty, I'm sorry, it didn't come sooner. I have no idea where the Palace Watch are. Do you want me to kill this guy? No, I want to hold a vote on his proposal. Okay. She goes and gathers the council, who trickle into the hall in their pajamas, rubbing sleep out of their eyes. They don't look particularly pleased to be woken up. Alright. So, the last time we did this, it didn't particularly help. It didn't particularly help. I'm trying to remember who are the Grandies? They're of the South. Okay. So the only one I wouldn't really want to have Defiance. Well, yeah, no. Next doesn't really matter. I'm going to just do reverse voting. You guys figure it out. Hey. Reverse voting is on. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Reverse voting is on. The thing that has the least number of votes will be what we go with. It is reverse, you see. Wee woo, wee woo. Reverse voting is on. I'm starting the vote. Okay. I'm starting the vote now. I didn't go right away because I didn't want you guys to go crazy and say I didn't know about reverse voting. So, understand that. I just wanted you to know. Really, what the Grandies don't want is for you guys to vote for A. Or you guys to put A in the right position. A would have been voted for if you guys were not going for that. The Barons and the Patricians probably wanted the Grandees to do this because that would have raised their defiance and that would have directly fought them. As it stands now, though, it seems that the Patricians will be footing the bill. They're going to be footing the bill for this. All right. Chat. That's the vote. That's the vote. That's the vote. Yeah, it's the one time the Defiance raising would have benefited you guys. I think we might have had a lot of wrong votes. Enabled letters. But I did say wee woo, reverse voting is on. Under Quacking Tony's close supervision, a flock of ravens are tied to coastal knights. Instead of flying, the knights lost in a flurry of mad pecking and pooping. Quacking Tony insists you merely use the wrong type of bird. Further experiments have been conducted with owls, eagles, geese, woodpecker, ostrich, and little grebes before hundreds of coastal troops quit in disgust.
Wake up with the king.
The birds did nothing wrong.
The birds didn't do anything wrong. No. We maybe should have listened to Quacking Tony, but hey, what do you guys do? You know? The Patricians lost a lot of military there, but it's a good thing I didn't go for military. It did lower my authority, though, so you guys were hoping for that, I guess. If the peasants had to be a maniac with a crossbow, I dread what would have happened. If one thing's clear from this mess, it's that we need an honor guard who actually keep you safe. Not like the pathetic watch. Think carefully, Your Majesty. The guard's loyalty will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. We don't have enough money for that. I almost certainly am going to go with the barons, but we'll see. Let's see about the coastal gladiators. A gang of low-born crooks who've turned themselves into celebrities through their skill at chopping other people into bits. They're vain and selfish. Their skill in battle is undeniable, but can you trust them? Harvey Dent. Let's see. The Southern Battle Nuns. Terrifying warriors. They've sworn a vow of silence, so at least you won't have to spill any state secrets with them. But their faith and loyalty is to the church above all, even your safety. And let's see the veterans of the march. These soldiers have fought more battles than they've had hot dinners. They'll be uncouth, no doubt, and won't adapt to, well, the palace life. But they're loyal and tough as nails. Yeah, I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with them. Sorry, everyone else, but I'm gonna go with them. Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna go with them. Kind of had to. I've gone with the Battle Nuns. The last time I went with the Battle Nuns, I think they just didn't do anything when I was getting killed. They watched me get attacked, and they were like, because they couldn't say anything, I guess. But unfortunately, the coast is grumbling now. That's okay. I'm only strengthening the Christmas alliance? How? I'm not strengthening the Christmas alliance. I'm taking part in the Christmas alliance. The veterans arrive a few weeks later. They march into the throne room, perfect formation, before lining up behind your throne, handing their hands on their sword hilts. Each soldier sports a big scar, or bigger scar than the last. It's gonna suck for that guy who's the last place in line. He's dead. All right, let's see what's going on in the South with counterfeit currency. The South has been prosperous as of late, but my tax collectors are reporting suspicious coins in the latest takings. Have you guys been making false coins down there? Grandees, please. Please. The whole region is awash with fake money. The council needs to act. All right. I went with trade, didn't I? Yeah, I want a golden age. So this will lower the trade. That will too, though. Man, there's really not a lot we can do here. This one's rough for us. Or for me, at least. I have to veto this one because it does too much. It does too much negative to me. Alright. Best of luck. Because I really don't know what's going to happen with that. I'm assuming all of these are going to really fuck the Defiance for the Grandees. Oh well, we'll see how it goes. It's up to you guys. You could drain my funds. That actually would... You've beaten me that way before. You have emptied my bank account and beaten me that way. So that's a possibility. It's tough for me to say. I don't know what you guys are going to go for. There's really a bunch of different options you have to kick my ass right now. Damn, Monstemusa, I'm taxing you the most. I'm going specifically, I'm not even going to tax the Grandies. I'm going to say Monstemusa's got all of the Grandies taxes. That's it. It's been decided. The Grandies, well, you might be helping me. It was Jeff? Okay, well, in that case, I'll tax Jeff. Don't worry. All right, chat. I'm going to call it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, there you go. There you go. Voting is closed. Okay, offer substantial reward if the counterfeiters are caught. After a few weeks, bounty hunters root out counterfeiters in cellars, hideouts, and back rooms across the South. I lost $1,000. More than 100 forgers faced the noose. Holy shit. Guys, you had 100 forgers? There's only like 150 of you on that team. Jesus. That's fucked up. That's fucked. Public trust in the currency source. It's good. Controversy erupts when it is revealed that one of the counterfeiting rings is led by Grandee Gutterdame Wrong. Gutterdame! Of course, their fake gold is confiscated at once. Oh, it's actually fucked up for Gutterdame. That means it's probably actually going to take your money. I'm sorry, Gutterdame. Oh my god! Gutterdame Wrong. You may swear you were framed. Anyway, all your money now belong to me. Oh my god. That didn't even actually do anything bad for me because I just got to keep your money. Oh man. I just need a little extra cash. So, Gutterdame, I'm about to make some enemies. This is the most correct thing to do. Gutterdame, Gutterdame, I need you to focus very hard. I need you to focus very hard on moving your soul into something else. Just for a little bit of time. Like a common peasant, at least grant me the dignity of the axe. Led away to the noose. And now I was able to effectively fight all three of you.
Wake up
with the king. Gutterdame, you're
gonna be Doppelganger so hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Doppelgangered pretty hard, I know, Oracle. Look, this is a brand new Dynasty. I have to fight you guys tooth and nail. Second Dynasty, I generally go along with you because that's the only way I ever have a chance to win. This one, I've got to be harsh. I don't think I've ever won a first round. Oracle, thanks for those bits. And Game, thanks for the gifts for free them. I'm not going to, though. I'm not going to. I'm sorry. It had to be done. It was the most equitable decision. It made sense on all fronts. It attacked literally everybody. Lord Patrician Skinny Mikey is here to see you, Your Majesty. He wants to sell you a crab. Of course he does. All right, Skinny Mikey, let's hear this. Gutterdame, I'm sorry. Your descendants will absolutely seek vengeance, and I understand that. But understand if it's something personal. I just needed to attack everybody at once. It's the latest trend among the coast, Your Majesty. The Patricians have started keeping a species of jeweled crab as a fashionable pet. Oh, we're getting crab coin, huh? The creatures are so rare they can now sell for as much as a mansion. All right, yeah. Come on. Skinny Mikey, thank you for seeing me, Your Majesty. I know the price is steep, but I assure you, these crabs will only go up in value. This is just gonna give Skinny Mikey money. I can make the sale of jeweled crabs illegal. I did get fucked up with crab coin last time. I invested in crab last time. But I think that would hurt the trade if I made it illegal. I'm investing in crab coin. Skinny Mikey, this better not fuck me over. I'm watching you. If it fucks me over, I'm coming after you. I know where your wallet is too. Probably is it for me, Doomfire. You're right. All right, so chat. We're now starting the auction. If you've never done this before, I can't give you extra time on this one. I'm sorry. I'm unable to. But you guys all have a personal wealth. Skinny Mikey now has more money than everyone else. And Gutter Dame, I mean, you have no money because I killed you. But also, I took all your money first before I killed you, so it's kind of a whole thing. Anyway, you basically type !fund, X, and Y. X being the character code like A, B, C, D, E, or F that you want to fund, and Y being how much money you want to put towards it. So that's what you're going for. You got the Aqueduct that increases farming, Thieves Guild, lowers the trade, Faith, or it gets lowered with the Observatory. Stadium decreases the military for the Grandees. They are specific to these specific areas, by the way. And the Grand Bazaar increases trade for the Patricians, and the theater lowers authority over there. So I'm starting the auction now. The top two get bought. So go for it. Go for it. Looking like some F's in chat. I can't extend the time on this, by the way. I don't call this. This ends when it ends. So get in your money now. Do it. Also, I know we have like a bunch of people here right now. If you do want to join in, !join. I understand you might also just want to chill, and that's cool too. That's cool too. Yeah, F is like pretty fully funded. It looks like we're getting the Aqueduct and the theater. They're pretty close. All things considered. All right, chat. The auction is done. Oh, the Thieves Guild snuck in. Miss Junebug with the best contributor. That's bad. That lowered the trade. Oh well. It makes sense. You guys are trying to go after me. I understand. All right. We're on to our next area. We're on to our next season. I'm going to have to increase my authority or Team Christmas is going to win here. They'll turn on each other in the next thing. Let's find a spouse, okay? In the twisty passages of the castle, you can avoid your advisors, nobles, even the spy master. But there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother! Happy Mother's Day, chat! Happy Mother's Day indeed. I hope you guys have had a great Mother's Day. Shout out to all those mothers out there. Being unavoidable all throughout the castle. It is actually Mother's Day, YouTube, in case you're wondering. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. Love takes a little bit more time. I've been busy. Fucking relax. You better find time. Don't worry. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What's your preference? Men? Women? Or do you not mind? I'm going to go with women this time because I always, in the first time, try to have a kid naturally. And then the second time, I take what's going to actually work. So, excellent. I'll send your messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what you have to offer. Normally, we end up adopting, and that works out. That's true, Danny. Trans men do exist. I don't think that they've incorporated that into the game, though. While I do think that that's possible, it's totally fine. I don't think that they've incorporated that to the game. They might have, though. I have no idea. I haven't tried. Yeah, normally I never get an actual heir. Like, I normally don't get that ever. Alright, let's see an honorable challenge. We normally adopt, or we get, like, a cousin, maybe? Even the cousin took a long time. Oh, they have, actually? Holy shit, I didn't know that, Danny. That's awesome. Well, hell yeah. In the future, then. In the future, we might. Your Highness. Oh, this is Audrey Summers, the Grandees. This lopsided churl has besmirched my honor. He claimed that I am a cowardly cheat, and that I did not earn my scars in battle. Audrey, I'm not gonna, like, shit talk here, but I see no scars, so... kind of agreeing? Anyway, what was that about your scars? Yeah, who's the lopsided troll you talking about? That honorless dog, Valerius, of the Barons. What's that about your scars? My scars are a symbol of my many duels. They are hard-earned badges of honor for any grandee. I would duel him to regain my honor, as a grandee should, but Baron Valerius will not accept without your express permission. Baron Valerius? Hold on a minute. It's a matter of respect. We can't be dueling in King Matt, the Snake King's throne room, without due process. You're a coward, Valerius, and you may as well admit it now. A coward? That's rich coming from you. Sure, you didn't earn those scars in a farming accident. You guys are gonna get in trouble here. However, you guys are gonna hate me. However, I can increase the defiance, thus stopping the grandees, and raise my authority by arresting the both of you. You're under arrest, both of you, to the dungeons with you. Yeah, it's actually 4 or less. You're good. I have to try and get it up as much as I can, though, so we'll see. Who knows what sort of things might happen if you allow such antics takes place in your council chambers. Sorry, guys. Audrey, I'm sorry I put you in jail. Valerius, I'm sorry you're in jail as well. You know, the only plus side is, knowing what I know about this game, eventually you guys are gonna come back to kick my ass with that. Alright, Stargazing. The only ones who could save you from the crowd. You're probably right. They were. X-inspired, the Grandee. This simply cannot go on, Your Majesty. Those arch boffins think they know everything, but they know nothing of the 9th God's wrath. By the 9th, great God, it's here. Oh my God. Please, Your Majesty. Your name's just Scholar, huh? Okay. Find a perfect site for an observatory high in the southern hills, but it's on Grandee X-inspired land, and they refuse to let us build there. Such things are heresy. The stars are just as big and close in the 9th God they're as big as and close as the 9th God intended. Who put you up to this idea? I bet it was one of those patricians, you Ugron. Hey, really quick, I just wanted to, want to point out here, like Ugron. I don't know why they don't like Ugron. I don't know what happened to you, Ugron. I don't know what's going down. I have no fucking side in this, Ugron. Like Ugron. I'm sorry. This is rough. This is rough. I don't know why they hate you, Ugron. I apologize. Yeah, I was using it as an insult, and I was like, well, it's because I didn't see it. It didn't capitalize the U. Oh, thank you, dude. Anyway, JD, thanks for the gift sub for Ugron. Okay. What do I not want? Okay, I don't want them to lower the Defiance. So, vetoed that. There you guys go. Oh, Grunt, I apologize. I apologize. I didn't really even realize I was messing up. Look, I'm fighting you guys today. Normally, I fuck around with you guys. I'm fighting. I'm fighting. It might raise my... That's true. It might raise my authority. And we actually have no idea what it would do. It could lower it, too. But it's only a 60% chance that it'll work either way. Alright, chat. Everyone can vote for this one, by the way. If you didn't know. Thank you guys again while I'm thinking. I know that I'm, like, attacking you all, but I do hope you guys know how much I appreciate you all being here. I love playing this game because it's you guys getting to be a big part of it. So, thank you very, very much. I do encourage, like, if you're just lurking and this is a pretty low impact game as far as, like, how you play. But if you are lurking and you want to give it a shot, it's a good time. It's always a good time. So, welcome on in. Pop on in. By all means. I saw a couple first-time chatters today. I do appreciate you being here. Thank you. All right, chat. I'm going to call it. I actually don't think I need to count it down. There's no way you're shifting the vote, I don't think. I mean, you could, but nah. Nah. Voting is close. Oh, hell yeah, Vinny. I appreciate
Wake up with the king.
I am just waiting for the haunted forest to come up.
I know.
It always does.
It always does, various rodents. It's insane. However, I think so 28 months, by the way. And Crazy Chain, 6 to 2 years subbed. Thank you. 2 years, my lord. 2 years. Well, I failed the authority check. Well, the grandees are now not getting their defiance thing, and we lost stability. X Aspire's inability to find the perpetrators is very convenient, but you can't prove anything. Welp, I did thwart the grandees, guys. I thwarted the... Is there another... Is there actually other shit over here that we could do stuff with? They could do so much. They could do so much with this game. Okay. Amidst the dark and foreboding forests, a small, squat castle stands over the Marcher border. There, at the end of the kingdom, a plot is hatching. I'm sorry, patricians and grandees. I tried my best to stop these barons. I did, but the barons they're now in the lead. I heard them say, those patrician idiots, they fell for our alliance, and now they're going crazy. They're going crazy. Anyway, look here. The first shipment from Kurth, says Mike Draenix. Incredible. May I see inside, says Samlini. Careful with that torch, you fool. You'll blow us to smithereens. Baldric. So this is the fabled black powder. Incredibly powerful. But we'll need much, much more to put you on the throne. For the next stage of the Baron's scheme, they must raise the trade to 5 or more in 4 seasons. They would have already had it. However, they reduced their own trade in an effort to stop the king. Well, I am going to cruel tax the barons. I don't need to cruel tax the grandees anymore. Let's just go with... I think that's probably fine. That's probably okay. The patricians, I don't want to cruel tax them because they're already pretty high up. After they claim cures... You guys just get 500 wealth, by the way. Bribe you guys? I'm not bribing you guys. I make no money that way. I can reverse bribe you. How about that? If Crab Coin, by the way, does not take off well, I will be cruel taxing the patricians for like the rest of the game. Yeah, if, Oracle, if. If it flops, ooh, bad news. Bad news. Okay, eligible options, let's see. Let's see. I have found 3 potential matches for you. One eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. And a partner for life. Yeah, whatever. Your mother leads you to the Great Hall. Let's meet those eligible bachelorettes. She whisked away the cloth for the first portrait. From the coast, we have Clementine, the wealthy heiress to late patrician Archie's estate. She is a reputation for honesty and fair-mindedness. That's rare among the coast. Her interests are typical for the coast. Money, 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 money. Money. That is what they do. They like a lot of the money out there. I like the sound of it. Let's see. From the south, we have Vina, the eldest daughter of Seal, the Seal lineage. She's reputed as having an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? She just likes city life and spends most of her time out hunting, and with no one but her horse for company. She's tried her hand at a number of ventures, though they all seem to end in disaster. Not bad at all. And finally, we have the March's offering, Henrika, scion of the prestigious Ionaro bloodline. A typical baroness, really. Loud and brash and self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning. She had a meaningful encounter with a wizard a few years ago, and now she spends most of her time brewing strange potions, and got into a fight with her local bishop a couple years back. Gave him a bloody nose. Sounds like a laugh. I like that. I like that. I mean, they're all good options. They're all good options. And don't take any problems here. Horse Girl's good. She punched a bishop, but she's also clearly becoming a mage, right? Like she's got some magic going on. I'm thinking we might
wife
go Baron.
material.
It feels like wife material, right? Let me see. I just want to double check. I'm gonna go with this. Exactly, mage. Magic power, priest punching. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Henrika. I also couldn't actually take the Grandy one, or it would give the Grandies their thing. You can rebel soon, I know. Except your military will have to be higher than my honor guard. All right. However, now I can ease up on you guys. Crab futures. The crab craze is swollen to unforeseen heights, Your Majesty. That's good, isn't it? The trade is so profitable that patricians are shutting down textile mills to focus on crab catching. Thousands are unemployed. That's not good. But who cares about that, Your Majesty? Your box of crabs is now worth nearly double what you paid for it. Well, trade's going down, like, no matter what. There's nothing I can do here. I'm gonna have to let the trade take a little bit of a hit. I'm making my money back, though. Skinny Mikey, I'm selling these crabs. I'm not diamond handsing the crab. We'll take it. Treasury's now 4,600. It only went down 1. That's not too bad. Meanwhile, industries collapsed on the coast. Last time I held and I lost everything. I think they took money from me later. You might sure remember the bounties you placed on the forges in the south? Of course. The counterfeiters were hanging for rank amateurs. Their coins were only convincing if you're a fool, a drunk, or both. But now we've rooted out a real professional. Her coins are so convincing even I can't tell the difference. Let me introduce Penelope. Why do you look like our scholar? Okay. Hello, Your Holiness. Please don't hang me. Good way to introduce yourself. I think more people in the kingdom should do that. Erythros, by the way, thanks for the 14 months. And Admiral Cupcake, thanks for the 15 months. Various friends, thanks again for those bits. Fine, thank you already. Thank you. All right. Man, I hate meeting people before we hang them. Oh my god. That's really funny. I have to... Man. I'm gonna say hello. Let's say hello. Penelope's skills are extraordinary. We can employ her and the Royal Mint to help make the coins that can't be forged. Or even better, we could use her expertise to track down other forgers. By the ninth! If we employ this outlaw, we're making a mockery of the king's justice. Are we sending a message that we only execute insufficiently skilled criminals? Yes. Huh. Allow increased stability. The thing that sucks is I actually think I have to veto that. Only because I'm sure that would affect the Defiance in a bad way. Yeah, I have to veto that. As much as I do kind of like that one. And that's the thing, is like, really, the Grandees probably want to raise the authority to stop the Patricians. The Barons are also now going to be going for that too, because the Alliance has fallen through. Anyway, go vote. Figure it out. Figure it out. And the Grandees also want to lower Defiance, so... It's a difficult balancing act. You guys have to figure out what you want. I actually know what will happen if we make the counterfeit proof coin. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. The Patricians are the only ones that should vote C. That's actually true.
What is brown and sticky? A stick. Also happy
Oh,
Tuesday.
shit. Night Embers, thanks to 17 months. Thank you. What are the Barons doing? Throwing. I'm actually surprised. I figure the Barons will... They're going to have to do a heel turn at some point. It's surprising. It's surprising. Alright. Chat. This one's actually close, so I'll give you guys 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Game, I have no fucking allies yet. What the hell you mean? Also, you're literally allied with me. I employed all of you guys. And I not only did I employ you, I allowed you guys to lower my authority enough, and now you... Okay. Okay. All right. That game's gonna get banned before the end of this. Thank you, Your Majesty. I won't let you down. Well, I don't really have any high hopes for you, so it's fine. Penelope retreats to the Royal Mint with a group of engravers. She does not emerge for weeks. Your treasurer assures you something big is in the works. If that raised the Defiance and I lost and the Grandees won right then, I actually would have loved that. It would have been incredible for the short-sightedness of the Barons to have lost it right then. Alright, in a dingy seaside tavern, 2 Patricians in the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Good news, my friends. The palace officials have been accepting my bribes. They're becoming more and more open to corruption. Danny? What are we getting in return? Oh, Ender of Games? Not much. A better seat in the council chamber. Access to the king's rooms when he's out. That sort of thing. But the important thing is the king's staff are getting used to selling their principals to the highest bidder. So what's next? Palace staff are one thing, but the true prize would be the loyalty of the chancellor. And the rest of the king's inner circle. To do that, we need to demolish the respect for the king. If the kingdom is in chaos, they will see the king as an incompetent fool and be more open to bribes. To advance their scheme, the Patrici needs to lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. They are not going to be able to do that, I don't think. Maybe. We'll see. Alright. Vote for the selected option. Timer is set to 15 seconds. I could really do that, but I don't want to do that one. I would take that one anyway. There we go. That's not bad, law. Yeah, Astravera. You guys are going to have trouble, and the Barons are not going to help with that one. And again, I'm right now allied with the Barons, even though game is trying to make it seem like I'm not. The royal wedding. Let's go ahead and do this. Your wedding to Henrique is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is a giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Henrique at your side. You take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife? Yeah, sure. They pronounce you, or I pronounce you king and wife. Or king and queen, I should say. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast. And after the feast, a dance. After the dance, fuck it. I mean, your new wife dances so vigorously, she spills wine all over herself. Luckily, that did help me out here. And it raised all this. So that's good. By the time you find yourself alone with Henrique, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. Good God, I'm so drunk! And yet somehow not drunk enough. Time for more wine! Servants! The wine! Okay. Let's go for it. We gotta shoot a shot. Let's go to bed. No time like the present, huh? She swigs back the last dregs of her wine and leads you to bed. We rizzed it up, dude. We rizzed it up. We bumped uglies. Oh my God, it worked. We got some. Now, well, whether that'll be like a we had a kid got some, or if we just got some, I don't know. But either way, roving hunters. Your Majesty, 2 barons are on their way home from an epic hunt and seek shelter for the night. In exchange, they're willing to gift you a rare trophy and provide meat for an extravagant feast, if you wish. Tell me about these barons. Their names are Gamekind and Blue Spider. Oh man, I got bad news. Oh man, I got bad news. Oh man. Anyway, Blue Spider, it's not you. Blue Spider, you can come in. If you can get rid of that Gamekind guy, you're welcome on in. You can come right on in. Sit at the table. All right, let's see. Bring him in, set the table. This counts as a Big Mac, by the way. The table is set for a delectable feast. Though your wife doesn't join, you enjoy the company of the 2 barons while the storm rages outside. The meat they provide is said to come from their latest kill, Hortusk, an ancient boar the size of a castle. You're not sure if you believe the story. I've played Monster Hunter with at least one of these people, and I can guarantee you didn't kill Hortusk. But it certainly tastes better than anything you've had in a long time. But later that night, you hear strange noises coming from their quarters, like a pig squealing and snorting. Game. Come on. What on Celesta did they bring here? Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. You creep down the corridors and push open the door. The former barons stand before you, transform into hideous porcine beasts. They stand on 2 legs and snouts, tusked and floppy pink ears. I should have left you outside. I should have left you outside, you piece of shit. Game got turned into a pig. Where, pig? Your Majesty. Don't look at us. The fuck's wrong with you guys? It was the meat, my liege. We hunted and butchered an ancient legendary beast. We were told it was cursed, but we were also told devouring the beast, the spirit of the forest itself, would bestow great power. We never thought this would be a reward. I ate the meat as well. I'm just saying. Sorry, Your Highness, this is the first time this has happened. And we haven't been eating, we've been eating this meat for many days now. Perhaps a single meal is not enough to trigger the curse? Do we kill game? Game, get out of here. Just leave. You hurry the barons through one of the hidden passages. They go without a word, not wanting to argue with your decision. Once outside, you bid them farewell with as much sincerity as their hideous faces can muster. Damn. Hideous faces. They vow to repay your kindness. They fucking better, or I'm going to have some words. Trisha Pre-Girl, welcome to chat. Welcome on in. First timer. Good to see you. Welcome. If you want to join us, you can type !join, and you can join us in King of the Castle. Hell yeah. You've redeemed compliment of mod, Sass. I'm assuming you want me to compliment Pigman. But I don't know. We can talk about it. I don't know if I could possibly compliment Game right now for being the best piggy. Yo, shout out to Game being the best piggy he possibly can be. Coming in, saying he killed some crazy beast, and then turning into a were-pig. Were-boar? War? The war-boar? Either way, Game out there, clearly he's got some skills. He became a pig, so that's insane.
Oh, thank you, dude. I'll go again.
Game, thanks to the gifts for boar life. That's Game right now. He's living the boar life today. Game and Blue Spider. I let you guys go. I did. If I turn into a pig, though, I'm gonna blame Game. And that was Skipper. Thanks to the gifts for best piggy. That's true. Game got 2 subs. They call Game Mr. Pig. That's true. As you're walking beside the palace parade grounds, a crossbow bolt whizzes past you. I've almost died to crossbow bolts here several times. Baron Abracadav approaches, but are out of breath and waving frantically. They have a sleek, fancy-looking crossbow nestled in one hand. Gadzooks, Your Majesty! I nearly took your head off! I only went with that voice because you said Gadzooks, to be honest. Not many people say Gadzooks. There you go. What were you doing with that? Sorry to scare you. I just wanted to show you this crossbow. Can shoot 3 bolts a minute and punch through ash median armor in 500 yards. Beautiful, isn't she? Trouble is, to achieve such accuracy and power, she needs to be crafted from spring wood. It grows only in the forests of the coast, and those coastal bastards charge exorbitantly. Gadzooks! What does that have to do with me? I mean, I'm just asking. The barons of the marsh are guarding your borders, Your Majesty, and yet you can't afford to buy weapons we need. If you want to keep the kingdom safe, the patricians must stop price gouging. Red Avenger. Let's see. Your Steam Highness, this is outrageous. The barons just want a bargain. All right, we got a lot of shit going on here. That would lower trade. I don't really want to lower trade. Well, trade's getting lowered like no matter what. I don't think I can really do anything there. It in fact is like, well, this is the only thing that would have helped trade. Or patricians to send Springwood to the Barons for free. That I'm vetoing that one. I'm vetoing that one. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. You guys figure it out. I think the Barons want the free market to stay there. It's hard to say what everyone else wants. I don't really know. It's tough. It's tough. Technically, the Barons would... now, if the Christmas Alliance is still in play, the Patricians also want what the Barons want, but this is tough to really say. I will stand by the Barons. That will piss off the Patricians for sure, though. Like, it will actually be rough. All right, chat. The time is coming. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hup. Voting is closed. It helps the Barons because the Barons are trying to raise my trade. My Defiance is now aloof. Next time the Ashmedian Horde comes screaming over the border, I'll lay out the welcome mat. Oh, their military went down. The Baron's wealth decreased, and the trade went up. Oh, it didn't increase the Baron's trade. Ooh. Well, we didn't know. We didn't know. It was the coast's trade. It sucks because I actually want the Baron's trade to go up too. Like I am trying to help them at this point. The Barons didn't want A either, really. Okay, Christmas Alliance is still strong, it's true. In the south, beneath the scorching sun, Grandee Lychee Sun is strolling through their vineyard in the company of a few close friends. The night does not smile upon us, friend. We failed to win the Spymaster's trust, and she still watches us with an eagle eye. How goes the search for a lookalike? Painfully purple in yellow. Not well. I'm still looking. The best I found is a peasant with wrong-shaped nose and wrong-colored eyes and a wooden leg. That's the best? Okay. Gecko in suit. I tried. I tried to help you at one point, and then they wouldn't have it. I'm just saying. Don't let that discourage you. Keep searching. Our doppelganger is out there. I'm sure of it. The grannies seem to lower the defiance. Their own defiance to 4 or less. Should be easy, right? I don't have a wooden leg. No, I'm sorry, guys. All right. So right now, the Barons and the Patricians are in the lead. They are in the lead. I'm confused. What's going on here? There's Fevered Dreams, requisitioning rare regions. Let's see what Fevered Dreams is here. Oh my god. It says I lost my humanity and became a creature of the night. Which means game fucking just... I should have thrown that motherfucker in a dungeon the second I saw him. I swear to God. Next time, game, I'm killing you. Over the course of the summer, you find yourself plagued with horrific dreams. You're running through the open woods full of screams and colossal jaws. Bite beast and human alike.
With the king. game.
You're always hunting. Always
Macbeth
hungry.
vibes intensify.
Pretty much. The council has noticed your lack of sleep.
Vehicle Matt.
Become tired and irritable. During court sessions. Something must be done. Ooh. Seek out a woods witch for folk remedy. This is definitely what's... Yeah, game has killed me. I think I gotta go for a folk remedy, unfortunately. Because that seems like the woods witch might help. Keeps an ear out for rumors of magic. You begin to search in your spare time. You know, I hope you find someone before it's too late. Game. Go hunt. Ursine commands it. Alright. What are these rare regions? Ah, Matt, the Sneak King. I've come to ask a favor. I recently purchased a very rare region for one of my alchemic studies. A Zycurian Black Pearl. Unfortunately, it's been delayed. I was buying it from lay patrician Astrayuki. Astrayuki, you'll help me out, right? It'd be a great favor if you could chase it up on my behalf. I'll look into it, my dear. Don't you worry. Hurrah! Let me know when how you fare. You summon lay patrician Astrayuki to the council. Chambers the next day and talk in private. Greetings, your serene highness. What can I do for you? I hear something for my wife. Lamentably, I don't have the Black Pearl just yet. Oh, well, Jack Sparrow searched for several movies, so I understand. These pearls are worth quite a lot at the moment, but more than any simple white pearl. And the supply has dried up ever since the merchant vessel sank to the bottom of the Vamir. My point is, I'm afraid the price that the Queen Consort paid will no longer cover the cost of the item. Astrayuki, are you tariffing me right now? Are you like... Okay. Alright. Luckily, I've got my crab money. I sold my crabs at a good time. I'll pay for it. You get it this time. Only because you're about to be destitute from the crabs. Marvelous. It's a pleasure doing business with your esteemed highness. Henrika receives the Black Pearl before the week's end. She is most pleased with it. There you go. A mountain carved into a statue of her. I can't help. That's not it. Astrayuki, you're in trouble. Yeah, if I find out this isn't real. Cruel tax the rest of the game. Alright, bad news, your majesty. A new reef has been discovered, which is overflowing with millions of jeweled crabs. Crab prices have crashed catastrophically. What? The entire kingdom will suffer financially, your majesty, with the exception of a few patricians. Curiously, Lord Patrician Skinny Mikey, the very same patrician who first began the crab craze, recently sold all of his crabs at a huge profit just days ago. Everyone in the kingdom, except for Skinny Mikey, just lost money. Damn, Skinny Mikey. Something must be done. You summon the council to discuss the crab price crisis. Many assembled nobles have invested heavily in crab coin and casting furious glances at patrician benches. Skinny Mikey, you guys are in trouble. Bail out the failed business of the coast. I'm not doing that. Well, actually, it would increase the trade. Arrest all patrician Skinny Mikey and confiscate his ill-gotten gold. Now that one's not bad. That one I can work with. It will lower the trade a bit, but like I can still work with it. I'm going to veto. Oh man, I'm gonna veto this one. At the very least, this will give me some treasury. I don't know. It's gonna be kind of tough.
With the king.
We'll see. We'll see.
Think about it, Matt. They all invested into it. They can take the punishment. You also made profit.
I did make profit. That's true. That's true. Anyway, game. Thanks for the gift sub, by the way, to Welcome Boar. Maze, thanks again for those bits. MLS, thank you for continuing that sub you got from, I think it was Wolf of Shades. Thank you so much, MLS. I appreciate it. And Skinny Mikey, thanks for those bits. Thank you very, very much. All right, chat, get to voting. Get to voting. I'm not really sure. Like, they're all kind of meh. But luckily the trade, I think I only really need to have it above 5. So there's really not any negative benefit for, or negative thing here, either, or no matter what. Oh yeah, Skinny Mikey, you're gonna get arrested. I'm not doing this. This was like all a chat decision. I vetoed. I guess I could have vetoed it, but I didn't. But like, it's notable, by the way, the people that voted to throw Skinny Mikey in jail the most were his own people, the patricians. Welp, hey, I can't, there's not even a reason to count it down. I mean, I guess you guys could rally. There are like 250 people in the game right now. You could do it, but I'm just going to go ahead and say that's it. That's it. All right, voting is closed. Arrest Lord Patrician Skinny Mikey. Skinny Mikey, I'm really sorry about this. Believe me, I am. You have been arrested. That's a shame. We'll go ahead and hit continue here. See how this goes. Let's see. I'm sorry, Skinny Mikey. You were arrested. So there you go. Skinny Mikey is in jail. We'll see whenever Skinny Mikey gets released. I did take the money, yeah, but that's fine. It's me. It's me. You know, it's okay. Outraged patricians protest that their actions are illegal and make a mockery of the law. Don't they know they're the king? I am the king, yeah. I did take the money, but that's fine. What are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? I'm not cruel taxing the patricians now. I did just take, like, all their money. But Skinny Mikey is in jail. I did ban Skinny Mikey, too, just until this is all sorted out. Skinny Mikey, you know? All right. Chat, this is the auction. All right, go ahead and get that auction going. You guys know how this is. I actually should unban Skinny Mikey for this thing. Well, you're in jail. I don't know what will happen, believe it or not. I actually don't know what will happen. Hang on, unban Skinny Mikey. There you go. You're back, Skinny Mikey. Game then banned Skinny Mikey, and then unbanned Skinny Mikey. All right. If you want to do this, exclamation point fund X or Y, X being what you want to fund, and Y being the amount of money you want to put into it. So, I'm starting the auction now.
And now, an
there we go.
Message from your
there
mayor.
we go.
Pats, we want F.
You're in. Astrovary, thank you so much for those bits. You want F? You want F? What is that one? Prison? Technically you kind of do. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And the Barons probably want A. And the Grandies, you need to raise your defiance. So like, there's nothing really here for you. Yeah. Yeah. Skinny Mike, you didn't have to like rejoin, did you? Had I known that, I would have done that. I was just fucking around. I thought it was funny to be able to ban you for that. It saved your coins. Okay, good. I didn't realize that was a thing. That's really funny though. Astrid, thank you for those bits. Thank you. All right, again, I can do nothing for that. It looks like you funded the prison and the Grand Bazaar. All right. All right. That did help trade a little bit. Oh, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. About your heir. Man, all of this is right here, and that's never good. Your marriage... Oh, it's grown strong and steady, like an old castle wall. Though it began as a political arrangement, it's blossomed into something like love. It's high time you thought about an heir. Congratulations, Zornor. The royal wedding is a magnificent affair. Can this be it? A child? Okay. I'm very happy. Thank you. I'm turning into a pig monster. Your happiness isn't important as fulfilling your duty to the kingdom. But I'm glad you found a way to have both. You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir. You need someone young. Loyalty. Right. Bastards. My wife and I will have a child. We actually have got like a good marriage. Let's do this. Traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you take a month off from ruling so you can fuck for a whole month. All right. A month off. A month off. Yeah, look, Mike, it's a long month. Let's go with witch hunting because that seems kind of important. For weeks you search for a witch or a warlock that can treat your dark, bloody dreams. None of the church will be outraged if they found out. You must make a secret action in your witch hunt. I don't really care about the church, to be honest, in this situation. Ask traders and traveling merchants for information. Pour through ancient, forbidden texts. Have your army scour the countryside. I'm going to go with this since I've got decent trade. Succeeded! You have your city watch question every trader coming through the capital, and your loyal nobles do the same. Through the rumor mill, you hope to find some whispers of what you're searching for. You can only hope a clue turns up, but not only are the dreams getting more frequent, but more vivid. You're starting to doubt their dreams at all. Well, that didn't really do anything, but... Oh well. Game, I swear... If we end up not getting this because you walked into my fucking house... Oh my god. Your Highness, the Barons of the March are attempting to amass a store of gunpowder. You know, the explosive black powder from Kurth. Yeah, I know that. What can I do? The Barons have established contracts with Kurth merchants, but no doubt at great expense. Without the coin to purchase the powder, however, their plot will fail. As it stands, the Barons' trade is strong enough to procure a large gunpowder stockpile. If you wish to stop them, you'll need to act fast. You bring the revelations, which the Barons wholeheartedly deny, to the council. This is literally just a vote to stop the Barons, and that's it. I can fucking slap heavy tariffs and ruin the economy. That's what I could just do. However, that's not ever really a great idea. So I'm just going to put that right there, and we're going to veto it because that actually will fuck up my game. Threaten Kurth with sanctions for supplying gunpowder to the Barons. That would delay the scheme for a season. Honestly, it's kind of it. Doom, it hurts me, is the thing. You can say I'm a fool all you want, but really, the patricians and the grandees need be. It just depends how much the Christmas alliance is real. I don't know. Snacks. When have tariffs ever done anything? Bro, I'm gonna have to work another 30 years because of those. Gecko in a suit. No, we don't. This is the only game we're doing today. This was just unlocked from a level 6. It's actually way longer than any level 6 thing we do. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. I believe in Christmas. So this just delayed the scheme for one turn. Or one season. Kurtha isn't responding lightly to the threats of sanctions. But they're also not willing to jeopardize trade relations over some more enterprising merchants. The gunpowder import has slowed to a trickle, but it hasn't stopped. The Baron's stat goal will be or not be evaluated until the end of the next season. But all right, that did delay them, which actually, as far as the Christmas Alliance goes, the Patricians have now cast the first stone. They've abandoned Christmas so easily. So easily, chat. Sitting on a beach, or on a bench outside a sun-bleached villa, two Patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Patrician Ender of Games. You hear that? The screams. The shouts of dismay. The cackle of flames. No, that's the ocean, you idiot, says Danny. Exactly. It's terrible. The ocean sucks. The kingdom needs to be in chaos for our plans to work. The king's advisors are happy with his rule. We can't buy their loyalty yet. Believe me, I've tried. Patrician's aim is to lower stability. Oh, they haven't lowered it enough. Got it. Got it. All right. So, I really shouldn't cruel tax anyone. I don't really need it. Bribe you. I'm gonna leave that there, and we're gonna do regular tax on the barons, I think. But I could bribe the grandees, but that would just be too much help. You know, I'm not paying you to win. I'm not paying you guys to let you win. That's not how that works. You're over here being like, please give us money so we can win. When have I helped Wolf of Shades? I always help you guys. All the times. Everything I do is help, except for the times I was trying to stop you. Those are our taxes. That congratulations. Dome, you don't control whether or not I become Ganondorf. Apparently, that's just game. Chrysalis, thank you for the gift sub for I'm Autumn, by the way. Thank you so much. Thank you. I do like that I am becoming Ganon, though. That's pretty cool. All right. The crab trial. After months of delay, Lord Patrician Skinny Mikey is finally due to stand trial for this crab-related market manipulation. Skinny Mikey, let's see what's going on with you. You stand accused of perpetrating fraud and tricking hundreds into buying expensive crabs. How do you plead? I'm guilty only of making money, so I broke a few laws along the way. Is that a crime? Hey, Skinny Mikey. Not a great opening statement. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that out. Not very well constructed. You admitted to committing the crimes and asked if that was a crime. So, not a good start. Let's see if you had us in the first half. But I think the second half is pretty rough too. I'm just okay. All right. Yeah, it is. I pronounce you guilty as charged, and your fate will be decided by the king. That would really piss off other people. Raise my authority, and that would lower stability. Why would hanging you lower stability? Just out of curiosity. You know, I don't think it should, but I'm not hanging him because that would lower stability, and my stability that would just help. All the Patricians are out here saying to kill you, Skinny Mikey. I think you should serve out your rest of your days in agony. Go to prison. I also would potentially be able to be overthrown if I had done that. So, anyway, sorry, you're going to jail. Patrician Gogeta, please, Your Majesty. Skinny Mikey has young children. Who is supposed to pay for the upkeep of his villa? Skinny Mikey 2 would join the council, though. Maybe Skinny Mikey 2. You know? Skinny Mikey, I saved your life, by the way. Alright. Paper coins? Let's see. Your Majesty, Penelope, the Royal Mint, have come up with a new idea. It's... Well, see for yourself. You walk into the Royal Mint, where the noise of metal cutting and engraving usually drowns out all thought. But today, it's silent. Your Majesty, I can't wait to show you the new invention. Coins of paper! That's not coins. She holds up a paper disc to with your face on it. Paper, buddy, are you mad? It's much less shiny. Each paper coin represents a quantity of gold stored safely in the vaults of the Royal Mint. Do you see? It's a lightweight, won't lose value through wear and tear, and it's quicker and cheaper to manufacture. This is the gold standard. This is like literally the gold standard, which I think we're off of, so money is basically not real anymore. But like, is this easier to counterfeit? It has a watermark, but yes, still, the benefits outweigh the drawbacks. We must consult the council on this matter. You know? The only one of these that sucks for me is this one that lowers the trade, so I'm gonna veto that. You guys figure it out. Paper money, hang the witch! Damn, you guys are gonna kill Penelope? You're really gonna kill Penelope? What the fuck? Holy shit. Dude, you guys aren't allies. You're not believing in women, you're not supporting women. What the fuck? Penelope comes up with these great ideas and you're out there like, kill her. We use paper money, you know. Yeah, that's true. It's not March anymore. You guys are right. Welp. Commenced. Yeah, I guess it's true. You guys have been really gung-ho. Well, before we fucking hang her, can I ask her how to cure my being a werepig? Yeah, we are more of a credit society. She did say it was a little bit easier to counterfeit Card Star. That's fair. That's fair. All right, chat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. That's it. I have a rope. Someone find a tree. Blue Spider, you can't even show up to stuff anymore. You become like you're a pig too. You in game are like out there corrupting people, the werepigs. Well, see, half of this makes sense. The second half is pretty extreme. All right. No, please have mercy, please. You must understand, this is the future. Penelope is dragged off and hanged in the city square in front of a great bonfire of paper discs. The treasurer sulks for days, but the grandees agree you did the right thing. You guys are fucked up. Oh my god. A burglary. Baroness Shadow Princess. Bloody hell, I've been robbed. My fortress has been ransacked and my money stolen. Oh, you did lose real money. Well, real fake money, I guess. There have been more and more robberies in the marshes of late. Your Majesty, I suspect it's something to do with the Thieves Guild that they established. Yeah, you don't say? The Thieves Guild that the people established for themselves? Yeah. Maybe it has something to do with that. We need to hunt these thieves down like the rats that they are. Maybe we can even get my wealth back. Maybe go to the Thieves Guild. Seems like that might be where I'd start looking. Yeah, you know, since we made it like a publicly funded thing. Man, there's like 18 different things in this one. King shall pay the thievery insurance. Man, really neither of these are particularly great for me. This matter is beneath the council's notice. Thievery insurance that would lower the defiance for the patrol. Oh, well, for I guess the barons. It would increase stability though.
Smoke weed every day.
Karm seems to be rolling full circle this game. Everyone is getting punished Frito-1.
That's true. Literally all of us are getting hit. It's pretty insane with the shits, to be honest. Thanks for those bits, by the way. Thank you. What is this? Authority? That would lower stability, though. Increase trade. Honestly, I don't even think I can do anything here. I'm going to put the Royal Gamble on one of these. Just so that I get money back if it happens. Yeah, I'm going to do that just in case to try and mitigate the cost a little bit. Other than that, you guys figure it out. You guys figure that out. Do you guys hate when I reverse voting? do. Man, that's the thing. There's like a bunch of effects on that one. That would up my authority. It'd lower the stability, but and the defiance. It also increases your guys' wealth, but ups the trade. So honestly, that's kind of like good for us all. In some way or another. Tough to say though. Oracle, that's true. The Alliance can't both win. That is accurate. Both of you cannot win. We have had that before where you guys should have both won. But, you know. Team Last Pick, thank you so much. I got this for the Burger King, like the Sneak King stream. But I really was like, I can use this for King of the Castle, so it worked out that we got to do both of these today. That's actually the only reason I threw out doing a level 6 for King of the Castle. I was like, that makes sense. This is way longer level 6 than we've ever had, by the way. I will not do another one of these, I don't think. Spare no expense, hunt the thieves down. I lost some money, but that's alright. That's fine. Such efforts quickly pay off. The leader of the Thieves Guild is brought to you in chains. Where are the chains? Okay. More money. Fantastic. Time to face the noose, you cur. You understand. We didn't just appear in the march at random. We had financial backing from members of this very council. We are funded by his sentence into a gurgle. A feathered arrow appears in his neck. Ah! The council erupts in chaos, but the culprit is never found. Dun dun dun. But hey, we're prosperous. That actually really helped the barons there. From this moment forward, with what little trust had existed between the council members is broken. But at least the marcher economy recovers once the Thieves Guild is disbanded. Nice. I think the person that got robbed did it. I'm just saying. All right. A new season. You said you had a surprise for me? Oh, you got the grandees are finally moving up. Indeed, and here it is. Behold, this is painfully purple. Hey, what? Oh, that's not me. That's the other guy. Lychee son, your majesty, what are you doing in such an hour? I'm sorry, I hope you didn't overhear any. Ha ha ha, quit babbling, you blowhard. This isn't the king, it's the peasant who's the king's spitting image. God above, and just in time, the spy master trusts us, and we can move to the next phase, kidnapping the king and putting this fool in his place. Yeah. That guy's not the king. He can't turn into a pig. How we manage that? We need the kingdom and other chaos. Bad enough that the king's abduction can slip past unnoticed. They need to lower the stability. They now have to team up with the patricians. So now the Christmas Alliance can't be correct. Literally, you guys are going to try and have 3 people win at once. That can't work. The patricians, I think, got it this turn, too. Oh, man. Somewhere in a dark cellar, a nervous baron is showing his guests a stupendous cache of explosive gunpowder. Behold! Great God, said Samlini. By my life, isn't it rarer than gold dust, says Baldric? Over here it is. There is, this is the biggest stockpile in the kingdom, but the only one... Mike. Mike Drake, sorry. Now, what do we do with it? Oh, right. What are you guys doing with the gunpowder? This is only for barons. This is only for the barons. You've actually, it's kind of tough either way. But that would be a direct conflict. If you raise the stability, you'd be fighting the other 2 teams. To be fair, you're also fighting with your military. That's been a whole thing. They've lowered it the entire time. I mean, it's good. It's true. You guys are all in, like, different alliances. That's actually why I like this game. You guys are, like... Sometimes you're working with each other and then suddenly working against each other. Chat, thank you all again for all the love today. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you've had a great day. I hope you had a great week. We've been back after our vacation, so thank you very, very much. Hope you're all excited for next week for the Uncapped Subathon on Saturday. So, hey, thank you very, very much for everything. I just hope you had a good one. Hope it's been a lot of fun. We'll be doing a lot more fun stuff next week, too. So, hell yeah. At the farming alliance and military. Oh, it's me, Mario. Rough. All right. I'm assuming you barons have made your decision. Let's go. You guys are going for military now, huh? Start manufacturing muskets and cannons to raise the military to unbeatable. Now we have all this gunpowder. We can reverse engineer Kurt's musket designs. We just need the troops to wield them. Then we'll step up the recruitment. So we're ready when the time comes. I'll get to it. For the final stage, you have to get their military to 7. Again, they will win if this happens. He seems like a threat. Oh, shit. Don't worry, I'll take him out. Sitting on a bench outside of some... Wait, didn't they have this already? Oh. I got it. Greetings, Lord Patrician. I'd like to introduce you to some of my friends of mine. Good afternoon, noble Patrician. That's the treasurer! That's the marshal! Wow, I take it you found my colleagues' arguments most persuasive then. Danny, what are you doing? Indeed, Lord Patrician, Ender of Games, made some excellent points about the king's incompetence. This is the council's incompetence. I am just a guy who sits on the chair. The most persuasive part was the giant bag of gold. You buying off my people? What the fuck? Why would you buy off my people? You could buy off me. Like, it's simple. Just cut the middleman. You know? Gold over here, and then we just, you know, go right for it. Unfortunately, the Spy Master and the Chancellor still remain beyond our grasp. But with these two in our pocket, we can do great things. We just need to decide our approach. All right. This is the final Patrician goal as well. Now the Grandees are still in last right now. Patricians, vote for what you want to see. Bankrupt the kingdom and buy the throne outright. Lower the treasury. Or bring down the king in a bribery scandal. Raise others' defiance. So it would not be your defiance, it would be the other two defiances. Both are not great. They're both pretty rough. The irony is they're both pretty rough because of the Patricians. Like, well, maybe not the defiance one. I lowered the defiance anyway. Well, no, I lowered the defiance because you guys lowered the stability. And I raised the treasury because you guys sold me crab coin. So, just, you know, it's working out. Kingly question. What if the Power Rangers got corrupted by the animal spirits in their DNA? No, I'm not too busy to answer. I think it'd be pretty cool, honestly. I feel like, maybe not corrupted, but didn't they do something like that in the one where they were ninjas? Didn't they have like kind of like some of their stuff active like outside of being Power Rangers? I might be wrong. All right. Patricians, I'm calling your vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Voting is closed. The Grandees just got messed up because the other two allianced, and then they didn't help. You know? I was only able to fight one thing, like, effectively. I did fight everyone as long as I could, but, you know. Buy the throne, like it's a lump of cheese in the market? Are you mad? Quite sane. If the king takes a large enough financial hit. That's gotta be a typo, right? Or am I wrong? No. The king takes a large enough financial hit. He'll be forced to look into to his trusted treasure for guidance. Don't worry, I'll take it from there. King of the Castle, by the way, we found a typo. Automatic scheme failure. Patricians list. For the final stage of the scheme, the Patricians must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less. That's actually not a lot. Okay. Plus the stability of more than 50% nobles vote for one option. If nobles vote for the monarch's choice, they gain plus 500 personal wealth. That's a good way to help them, but... Man, I don't know. I like all these, but I guess I'll get rid of reverse voting and go for this one. Honestly, because stability only affects the Grandees right now. And stability, while good, that's not the Grandees' final scheme, and it can't be the Grandees' final scheme because it's their current scheme. So I'm going to take this. I'll get rid of reverse voting. That way I don't have to do wee-woo again. I only did it once, actually. A letter of thanks, a military proposal, the ritual. Oh, let's see what a letter of thanks is. Your Majesty, a letter for you. Chancellor hands you a small, tattered envelope. On the back is a seal you don't quite recognize. But you're sure it's from the March. Your Steam Highness, recently you hosted it. Okay. Game seems to have gotten back to me. Game and Blue Spider. We're going to see if this is going to cure me of being Ganondorf. Pleased to know we have been cured by the help of a powerful witch in the woods. Please accept this gift as a token of our gratitude. We will always be in your debt. Chance sends you a small cedarwood lockbox. Inside are a number of gold coins and a ruby-encrusted silver brooch. Yes, I believe this is for me. I'm giving the brooch to my wife. The brooch is the key. It's the cure. All right, I believe it's for me. I'll believe you. Baron Games' wealth has decreased. Blue Spire, your wealth has decreased as well. I have to eat it. All right, military proposal. In the march, we have a standing army. But when war comes, we also raise levies from our peasants, says Demo. Why don't we set up a training camps in every march or village, so that even in peacetime, the commoners learn to battle? You guys are trying to raise your military, huh? That's what you're trying to do? I have hydrated. When the peasants revolt, we'd only be teaching them the basics. What end of a pike is and all that stuff. Trust me, even that would be an improvement. Set up camps in all marcher villages. Test out the idea in a few villages. This is literally trying. They're trying very hard to get their military up. They're trying very hard to get their military up. I'm gonna veto all marcher villages because that's more likely to get hit because it lowers my treasury more, and it would also probably put their military exactly where they need it to be. So I'm vetoing all of that. I'm vetoing that. I knew where that was going. You know? They're the series. Primal level like human beings, animalistic primal instincts. I mean, it could. I think that would definitely be an interesting thing. I don't know how many times they've had like deep plot lines for Power Rangers like that. I mean, they've probably been a few probably, but not really sure. I think it'd still be pretty interesting either way. Pats need to up the Defiance, not down. Are the Patricians trying to lower the Defiance? I don't know who, because I remember hearing about the Defiance, but no one has that as a goal right now. It's all lowering the revenue or upping the stability or increasing the military. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. That was nice. Anyway. Christmas Alliance is still it. Well, they're trying to get like lowering the treasury as well. But they're not throwing yet. They just can't let the military go up anymore. All right, the ritual. I don't know what that is, but I just about to give up hope finding a witch. A merchant traveling through the capital from a distant Trigorstadt tells you where to find one, after a few dozen drinks, of course. Her name is Magdalene, and she has agreed to meet you in secluded grove just outside of Trigorstadt in the march. Regarding her for the first time, you know she is very much a witch. Thick, ragged hair, a toothy grin, and only thing she's missing is a pointy hat. You're the son of a beast on you, your majesty. I see why you've come. What's happened to me? You've become inflicted with Therian tropic curse. You become a were creature. She sniffs at you. More specifically, a were-boar. Where is the boar? To be cured, you will need to undergo a dangerous ritual. I can help with that, but you must be prepared. Or I can help you overcome the spirit within you, give you control of your new power, but the ritual is more dangerous. Controlling the power sounds kind of cool. I'm probably gonna throw. Guys. But controlling the power seems pretty cool.
Here you go, Matt.
Becoming canon? Yeah, like where Matt? Thank you, JD, for the gift stuff for where Matt. Help me control the power. First, you must procure a number of rare ingredients. I'll need a handful of heresy starlight mushrooms, a live goat, a moonstone dagger, and a bottle of wine. Red only, please. The wine's for you, right? Yeah. Most of these things I can procure myself, with time. But any help will be appreciated if you wish to be cured quickly, especially for the mushrooms. You guys need to lower it to 1,500, right? I'll just cruel tax you guys. It's fine. We still got plenty. You source the ingredients quickly, making sure they're genuine and high quality. You try not to arouse suspicions in the process. When you next meet with Magdalene, she's prepared a ritual circle in the grove. The goat is brought before the oldest tree in the circle, then slaughtered with the moonstone dagger. The blood mixes with the wine, which she bids you drink, before tying you down with a stone altar. What about the mushrooms? Patience, Your Majesty. Oh, I was just wondering. Magdalene then takes a mortar and pestle and mixes the mushrooms with the blood wine, creating a thick, mushy paste. The moment the substance passes your lips, horrible sights swim into your vision. The great spirit of a boar roars from beyond the trees. It's a beast covered in thick spines and tusks chipped with blood. Clench your jaw. Pain streaks through your body as you thrash in the bindings. The great boar spirit roars in defiance. Then starts to fade. The last thing you see before you pass out are its eyes staring deep into yours. When you awake, Magdalene greets you with a smile. You will now have mastery over yourself once more. All shall fear the beast within you. I just got the Triforce of Power, dude. Ganondorf. She's right. You feel as powerful as ever. The spirit of the boar courses like fire through your veins. Now, you are in control. You know what? Game, Blue Spider? You guys are fine. Now that I have become Ganondorf, everything's all right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Well done. Don't know why you guys didn't do that. Why'd you find a cure? Whew. That's pretty funny. It did cost a lot, but we did it. All right, chat. First of all, your air. Let's see what this is.
Yes, everything is alright now that you're Ganondorf. It always ends well for him.
We finally have an heir! A legitimate... I can't believe it's been like 80 games, and by 80 I mean 6. And we finally have a child. I don't know if this child's a were-boar, but... I don't know. How do you grow up to be... Well, I'm 35. I'm 34, actually. Should I die? Be passed down. The council hall is filled with nervous silence. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's my child. Simple nobles break out in the polite applause. By designating an heir, you cement the stability of the kingdom. Your Majesty, may I be the first to congratulate you? Movie creates. Of course you may. What is their name? Matt, the Sneak King 2. Huzzah, my liege. I'm sure little Matt the Sneak King 2 will grow and be a chip off the old block. Boom. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. That's further than I thought we would get in this run, honestly. The Royal Inquisition. Let's see what's going on here. Advisors, nobles, I bring dire news. The king is a creature of the seventh god, a murderous shapeshifter, a bloodthirsty werebeast. Excuse me, can you shut the fuck up? Your wife Henrika cast her eyes away from you, as if she can't bear to look at you in the eyes. Cursed with the hunger of the beast. He must be put down the good of the kingdom. That's a lie. I'm gonna go ahead and say bullshit. I'm gonna call bullshit on that one. All right, bullshit indeed. Bullshit. Or we play this a different way. I do have an heir already. Bullshit, if you will. How would they know? Yeah. Well, Mooncrasher, that's a lie. They can't prove it. I didn't eat anyone yet. I could just say, yeah, it's a lie. Is it? Do you think your little ritual in the march would go unnoticed? The witch Magdalena is already in a cell awaiting trial. Esteemed nobles, take action. Well. Huh. Let's see here, guys. First of all, burned at the stake, not happening. That one, we're going to go ahead and veto that, okay? We're going to go ahead and veto that. Now, chat. If you keep me confined to my quarters, I don't think that's going to do any good for anyone, right? Right? Let's play this out. Let's play this out, okay? I became Ganondorf for the content. You gotta let me out for the content, okay? All right? We're going for the content play, all of us. All of us together. Okay? Let's go. Let's go. I'm a more fun king on the outside, I promise. Let's kill this High Inquisitor, because they're out there slandering your king. Fucked up, I say. Marked one, let me hydrate. Dizzy Jazz, thanks for those the 15-month sub, by the way. It's true, nothing's gone wrong for Ganondorf. Oh my god. I actually don't know if that would have been better or worse. I can't tell if anything wrong would have gone with that. Like, that will help the grandees catch up, I guess. Lowering the stability. But that's about it. Oh, man. May, 6 of those bits. All hell King Matt Sneakendorf. All right, chat. That's it. 117. With the king.
Even if our king is some sort of were-boar monster, and that is a big if, that just shows that
That's
our
true.
king is mighty.
That's true. That's true. You breathe a sigh of relief as the High Inquisitor is dragged away, practically frothing at the mouth. She is executed before sundown. But the damage is done. You guys might... Ooh, that did a lot in stability. All across the kingdom, peasants and nobles alike whisper behind closed doors about your beastly nature. The Inquisitors glare at you from behind their hoods. The High Inquisitor accusations will not soon be forgotten. And even her replacement, who looks remarkably like the original, eyes you with vengeful hunger. Well, you guys can't rebel. My authority is too high. You can't rebel. My authority is too high. I appreciate you trying, though. All right. Your Majesty, I have received worrying reports. Worrying and confusing. What's wrong? I received reports from one of my little birdies in Grandy Likey Son's manor. Or like you said, it's the most unusual guess. Who was it? It's you, Your Majesty, or someone who looks just like you. Can they turn into a pig? Because if they can't, they are not real. It would be super funny, by the way, if you guys did win, and then they were like, all right, kill that motherfucker for being a pig. That would be hilarious to me, actually. I have no reason to suspect the Grandy's are plotting anything, and yet I can't square this away. Unfortunately, I can't devote too many resources to solve this puzzle. The kingdom in such a lamentable state. Too busy fighting fires elsewhere. We're going to call a meeting of the council to try and do something to stop this. All right. All right. Royal gamble. Triple security around the palace that would raise stability and lower authority. Conduct a thorough search of the southern manors. Delay scheme for 1 season. None of that's particularly great. Like, A won't stop the Grandees for sure. But really, there's not really anything that's like crazy here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Royal Gamble will make that one neutral. Though, I don't really know if I want to raise the stability. I might do this. Yeah, here, I'll do this because that would, like, I'd choice it. So then if the authority dropped, it actually didn't. Yeah, let's do that. All right.
Axial Sugar Cube.
Flame Monster, thanks for the 57 months. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. All right, chat. Have it, you're voting. Have it what you might vote. Do whatever you must. Oh, even if they raise the stability, I don't think the Grandees are gonna lose. The only thing that would stop the Grandees from getting their thing done this turn is if B got hit. A would probably be just fine. Because it's not going to raise it up 3. It would have to raise it up 3. Literally, it would have to go up 3. Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! Alright. Voting has been closed. You tripled security around the palace. The Christmas Alliance holds. It also still is fine for the Grandees, like I said. That actually ended up being, like, good for everyone except for me. But because I did the thing, at least canceled it out. Alright. It should help keep you safe. But the nobles think it's a display of weakness. There are rumors that you're slipping into paranoia. I can become a pig demon? I don't think... Okay, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We'll deal with that. Meanwhile, in the south, Grandy Likeyson has invited her closest associates to the manor house for some wine and cheese and treason! The kingdom's on the brink of chaos. It's perfect. We have a strike. Or we have to strike. What do you intend to do? Swoop in and kidnap the king in full view of the honor guard and the palace watch is painfully purple? No, of course not. We need to use the chaos to our advantage. We have a few options. Alright. Grandees, you are on your final scheme. You have caught up with the other 2 competitors. You need to either lure the king to the south to abduct him there. You have to raise your own defiance. Or manufacture a food crisis to kidnap the king during the relief efforts by lowering your own farming. I have a feeling I know what you're going to try to do. Which means I will not be cruel taxing you. Generally, it only has you do it like 2. The Grandies could swoop in and win this thing, though. Hey, see, that's literally what you guys tried to do earlier, where you were like, please, give us money and we'll win. All right, I don't even know why I'm going to let you guys, Grandies have already voted. You've spoken. I did see a bunch of people just pop in, by the way. Welcome on in if you're joining. If you want to play this, it's like a choose-your-own-adventure game. We're close to the end, but chat influences the entire thing, so ! join. We'll let you join on in. It'll auto-assign you to a team. It tries to keep it pretty even, but if you own the game, you can pick one. Also, if you put your pronouns, it will make sure he gets them. So, all right. Let's do. We need to convince the king that the South is on the verge of rebellion. In the current climate, he'll be forced to make a diplomatic visit to smooth things over. You're wrong. For the final stage, you need to get your finance to at least 6, but without starting a rebellion. So I'm watching you guys. It'd be really funny if you started a rebellion and then lost because of that. All right. The auction is about to go live here, chat. So let's go on and auction it up. A is a fortress. B is the Grand Bazaar. C is the monument. D is the theater. E is the prison. And F is a stadium. So, again, if you want to do the auction, you put ! fund, and then X, which is A, B, C, D, E, or F, which is what you want it to go to. And Y is how much of your personal wealth you want to put into it. So, I'm starting the auction in 5, 4, 3, 2, auction. Let's go. Let's go. I wonder if me being the were-boar will actually have any impact on the ending. I actually have no idea. Like, generally, whenever you guys beat me, and I'm sure you will, whenever you beat me, you come and, like, storm the castle, and, like, some people try to fight me. But I might be able to.
What do you call a careful wolf?
Might be able to
A
fight.
werewolf.
Mike Dranix thinks those bits. It's very aware.
Hugga-dugga-humba.
Thank you for the 22 months. Thank you. Thank you. Hell yeah. Chat, thank you all again for hanging out with me today. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. We snuck King. We did some sneaking earlier. And we finished it off, I think. We got done with pretty much everything. I might finish off some more stuff and get the rest of the achievements later, but yeah. We had some fun. Then we did some King of the Castle because we got a level 6 hype train, so hell yeah. All right, so you're lowering the stability, even though the stability doesn't need to be lowered anymore. And you lowered the authority, even though the authority didn't need to be lowered anymore. Unless you're going for rebellion, which I guess that's a way. My ambition! At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the architect of a new golden age. Oh my god. But so far, you've not convinced anyone. The kingdom's trade is still lackluster. Is it? More like bronze, maybe copper. Your current ambition isn't working out for you. If you want to stop the nobles who are overthrowing you, you need to pivot, change your image. Your other advisors have some ideas. We could crush those disloyal nobles, smash the armies in the Is it really not working? I thought we were doing well. Oh, okay. Well, fuck. I don't know if I really should be going for the church, because I'm a pig demon, but whatever. Majesty, if you help us spread the zeal of the Ninth God, the church will lend you full support. With the backing of the church, the nobles wouldn't dare move against you. New church, I guess. And even the nobles are afraid to awake. If you become beloved by the peasants, the nobles won't dare overthrow you in the fear of revolution. Here's another idea. Declare war on the Ashmenian Empire. The nobles will forget their schemes if you win. Authority and military. The military for the patrician sucks butt. Sorry, patricians. Authority and faith. Faith is okay. Farming and military, again, our military is still pretty bad. Trade is like our highest stat. What do you mean this isn't working? Is it because the patricians don't have 6? Yeah, faith is, I think, doable, weirdly enough. Stability and you guys tanked my stability, so I can't even believe in that one. Faith is probably doable if I have to pivot. Alright. Well, no, it makes sense to lower shit all over the place, no matter what, because you're essentially fighting other people, too. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll send word to my priests. But, of course, we need you need to be worthy. The priority is to raise your authority and the kingdom's overall faith as much as you can. Of course, there can't be open rebellion. Yeah, I know, but that isn't going to really work out. The gift. What is it? Oh. Ever since you tamed the boar inside you, the mastery over the curse has been growing. You still hunger for flesh, but you're able to control when you transform, and are much more aware during your hunts. Only one thing bothers you, the loneliness. It's been hard keeping the nocturnal activities from your dear wife. Perhaps you shouldn't have to. Bro. Boar wife, right? Boar wife might be pretty cool. Again, I just need to see this for the content, right? We gotta see. Late at night, when the palace is silent as a grave, you wake Henrika to explain everything. Your gift, how it came to you, and how you mastered it with Magdalen's help. So the High Inquisitor was right along. You really are join me. Together, no one can defy us. It feels like an eternity passes. All right. You don't wait for her to change her mind. Henrika must eat of your flesh to become like you. You cut off a pinky finger and you have to have her eat it. Fucked up. She's horribly sick for weeks until one night you wait and start for the first time in months. Henrika is standing over you in the form of a huge were-boar. It seems Henrika has inherited the same mastery over her own transformation. Oh, thank God. We have 0 stability, but we have a lot of authority. So begins your reign of terror over the common people of the Crown Lands, with Henrika hunting by your side. Whew, I just need to increase faith, and then we're good. I don't know what my authority needs to be, but content play was pretty fun. Chief Architect bustles into your office carrying an armful of parchment. Statues can be torn down, paintings can be burned. Don't you think these things live the time of the lasting mark on the kingdom? I have a lasting mark on the kingdom. Trust me. I propose we carve the Majesty's wishes in the side of a mountain. It will take dozens of hours and hundreds of hours to ensure you're always remembered. Okay, that does sound pretty cool. I'm so glad you think so. If you call a boat, this is a ranger's plan. The mountainside will call it a lightness. It's going to take a lot of gold. We don't have a lot of gold, to be honest with you. You literally are just handing the win to the patricians if you do this. Like, there is nothing we can do. I might be able to recover from that. Maybe. Yes, and the nobles will fund it might be kind of funny, but I have to veto this only because I can't afford that. I might be able to recover from this, but it's going to be rough. This guy handed the win to the patricians. Yeah, a Christmas. I mean, you would absolutely lose. The Barons will lose on this one. But the Patricians win, basically, if you hit A. And, I mean... Yeah, it's hard to say. The Grandees would get a boost with the Defiance loss, but... I don't know. It's up in the air for, like, everyone now. We're down to the wire. But I guess they're hoping they could rebel. I don't really know. All right. Chat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Christmas did betray you at the auction, yeah. The nobles will fund it. That is the highest I've ever seen the Defiance, but that's also the highest I've ever had the Authority. They can't go into open rebellion. However, the Barons can now win. Or not the Barons, the Grandees can win if we don't lower their Defiance. I'm not sure when they get checked, but we'll see. We'll see. The work is plagued by setbacks. The stone is harder to carve than anticipated. Storms knock down the scaffolds. A rock slide erases much of the work that's been done. Majesty, I have to admit, I may have bitten off a bit more than I can chew. I'm sure I'll work it out in the end, right? Yeah, sure. As the weeks roll past, it becomes clear that the Chief Architect's grand ideas will take a lot longer. Yeah, that guy sucks. Guy sucks. But, you know, what are you gonna do? Alright. I have to bribe the Grandees. Wait, he didn't charge me, did he? No, he didn't. He didn't. I have to bribe the Grandees. I have to cruel tax the Barons. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, he charged you guys, exactly. And I probably need to bribe you as well. Well, yeah, I need to bribe you. I have to bribe you, or like, you win this turn. So cruel tax us all. Yeah, I don't like doing that, but because we don't have a lot of money to play with anyway. But I have to bribe them. Maybe I don't have to bribe the... No, it's dangerous to do that. They'll start rebelling. We're down to the wire. This is like the most tight it's been for all of us at the same time. That way we've ever had it, I don't think. Even then, I think you guys win no matter what. Yeah. The Grandees won. Yep. I couldn't do anything about it, guys. I couldn't do anything about it. I think it's over. Rosentine, thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate that. Thank you. What are we streaming today, Rosentine? Doing some Silent Hill 2? Nice. Nice. I shouldn't have let the Grandees ever do anything. I shouldn't have let them. We're just doing some King of the Castle. We did some Sneak King earlier. You know, it's been a fun time. It's been a fun time. So I do wonder, your plan was to put a doppelganger on the throne. But your doppelganger, first of all, has all of his fingies. I lost my pinky to let my wife be a boar monster. And second of all, can't turn into a boar. So we're going to find out about that. We're going to find out about that. We can fix the missing... Yeah, it's true. Aleem34, thanks for the 45 months. Thank you again, Rosentine. I hope you enjoyed Silent Hill. Welcome on in, Raiders. It's good to see you today. Hope you're having a great day. We're finishing up King of the Castle This is like a choose-your-own-adventure game the chat heavily influences, so. All right, Your Majesty, the Grandees are inviting you to the south to meet you in person. I think it's going to be a long way towards smoothing your recent tensions. The south is hot. Do I have to? My apologies, Your Majesties, but it is for the best. With the kingdom teetering on a knife's edge, we can't afford conflict with the Grandees. That's not true. Oh no, you need to come with me. Good luck, my dear. Show the self-righteous southern bastard who's boss. Maybe we can fight this. I don't know. We're going to find out. You embark on a long, uncomfortable journey down south. After crossing searing deserts and dried out riverbeds, you reach your destination, the House of Sunset. This is traditionally a place for diplomacy and talks of peace. It is a neutral ground where no blood is spilled. Welcome, welcome, says Lechi-san. Take a seat at the high table. Your Highness, what can I get you to drink? No need. Let's cut to the chase. I know what's going on here. You're going to try and kill me, or you are going to kill me. Your marching veterans take their seats behind you, watching Grandy Lechi-san carefully. Actually, Your Highness, I had something I wanted to speak to you about alone. My honor guard will stay put. I know what's going on here. I simply must insist. Yanks down a lever, cleverly disguised as a candlestick. A giant trapdoor swings open beneath your honor guard. Well, fuck. They drop down in the darkness below without even enough time to scream. What's going on? Can you feel that rushing through the room, stirring your cloak? It's the winds of change. Does being a pig monster not help me at all? That's some Looney Tunes shit. Yeah. A dozen southern soldiers burst through the door and seize you roughly. A blade is pressed against your throat. Your Highness, something someone I want you to meet. You hear soft footsteps, a curtain parts, and you are suddenly confronted by yourself. What? Oh, aren't you a handsome devil? Oh man, holy shit. Yeah, faker. Ha! You're not even good enough to be my fake. Look at this handsome guy. Well, aren't you the handsome devil, says the Doppelganger. Your voice is almost, but not quite, identical to your own. A little too nasal. Do you like it? Took a year of training to get the voice right. You're not gonna get away with this. I can become a pig. I'm willing to roll the dice. Men, hold you hostage, bundle you toward the door. Goes to make sure his body won't be discovered. A bag is stuffed over your head, and your arms tied behind your back. You're loaded into a mule, a sack of grain. As you jolt around the mule, you have plenty of time to contemplate the upcoming demise. It's funny, the kingdom won't even notice you're gone. Dude, this is when I would turn into the pig beast. What? Boar when? Why? When the bag is finally whipped off your head, you find yourself perched on the end of a pier, standing over a mud-brown lake. There's a crocodile swimming and snap below. Where is the option to become the pig? Why did I even bother letting game in my house if it wasn't going to give me a benefit like stopping this? Messed up. Crocodiles, really, man? It's on a complete nighttime pig. I can turn into it whenever I want. That's what they said. Honestly, that does really suck, Blue Spire. I kind of wish we could. Can we work this out, man? Kicks me firmly off the plank. Crocodiles thrash, spin, fighting each other to get you. The water turns red. Long live the new king. Same as the old king. That is actually upsetting. Normally, they do a pretty good job of, like, whatever twists and turns we get called back. That was one where I'm like, the Doppelganger plot immediately made no sense. No sense after that.
Haha, I win as usual.
Sume, thank you for those bits. You joined the Grandees? You're red, though. I thought you were a baron.
Born by the river. Undone by
I
the
was
river.
undone by the river. Not surprising, but That's fair, Sume. That's fair. I knew you were normally red, but I didn't know if you changed. I didn't know if you changed for it. It is really fun no matter what. That was only upsetting because we went down the content play of becoming the Boar King. I actually got, like, I got an heir. I did all that. Not only did we do that, my son became a were-boar, probably, I would assume. I don't know. My wife became a were-boar. We could have had a whole were-boar army, and they killed me and got away with it somehow. Let's see. Nobody would ever know the king had been replaced by an imposter. Isn't mentioned in the history books. Only the Grandies knew. And my wife, who would turn into a were-boar in front of him, and he would be like, "What the fuck?" And she would say, "Turn into a were-boar with me." And then he would be like, "I'll do it tomorrow." And then tomorrow never came. I guess she just believed it. In haste to complete their scheme, the barons mishandled their gunpowder. It blew up in their faces. All the barons died. Rough. Patricians succeeded in turning the palace into a hotbed of bribery and corruption. But what's new about that? They failed to gain the throne and lost money in the process. A bad investment. The Grandee's Doppelganger was in power long enough to name Arceta as his heir before meeting his own unfortunate end. The Grandee's gripped on the crown was secure for now. Dude, that's the only time I've ever been upset that we lost. And, like, not even upset that we lost, just upset that they didn't acknowledge that I was a pig after that. Like, we got... Yeah, no, exactly. No reference to the were-boar. They normally are really good about that. Like, literally, we had one time where we were fighting, like, a worm queen, and they brought the worm queen in the ending. But no were-boar. My guy would have become a were-boar immediately. I would have. I would have been like, "Oh, hey, you just fucking Looney Tunes all my honor guard? Were-boar. I'm killing everyone here now." Yeah, I just wanted the boar thing to come back. That's actually it. Like, if they acknowledged I was the were-boar and they still killed me, that's fine. But no were-boar. No were-boar and a typo. Honestly, worst showing of King of the Castle so far. No. That was actually a great story. I just wanted to see the were-boar at the end. Considering I somehow ended up with it. You know, that was pretty cool. We've done this, what? This is our 7th time playing this with chat. That's the first time we've ever seen were-boar. Yeah, I have my own ending, which is the crocodiles are all dead. And I killed all the crocodiles, and I made my way back, killed all the Grandees, and my wife and I got the Triforce and took over the entire kingdom. That's it. That's my ending that I've decided. This is also true. This is the first time King Matt had an heir. And I will say, I think we should have had our original ambition won, but that's fine. Congratulations, though, to the Grandees. You guys did do the comeback story. I believe in you. Hell yeah. But you guys took it. I'm happy you won. Don't get me wrong. I'm just unhappy it didn't acknowledge that I was a were-boar. You know? Yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame. We could have had something great. Anyway, YouTube, I'm gonna go and call it for your recording. This was just a level 6 hype train thing. This is the longest level 6 thing we've ever done, but it was still fun. I always enjoy playing this game, so I don't know if we'll ever have this be a level 6 again. This was kind of a special day, but at some point maybe. I mean, we'll definitely play this again. I will probably play it next week, honestly, just depending on how time goes. The Grandees won. The Grandees won. So the Grandees will be kicked out after the next time, more than likely. We will do another one of this where we play with this like setup. We'll continue this dynasty. But the shame is that, like, no stats got massively modified, so I might not be able to win next time. We'll see. We'll see. Artists draw the true ending. Yo, I agree. Were-boar Matt fighting crocodiles like Doom. If you got time, artists, by all means. All right, listen. Thanks for those bits. Appreciate that very, very much. Thank you all again for hanging out on YouTube. Thank you very much for being here. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Have a good one. Bye.